You're listening to the Monday Night Community Show with Daniel on BRFM.
This is the Daniel Monday Night Community Show on demand through YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing to listen to us through this method. If you'd like to keep up to date with when I add new interviews, then subscribe to this channel.
Fresh ear. Press your ear to the rail. Episode 3, Metals.
We have to blow the whistle at certain points because of, legally, we have to blow it. One is Burley Crossing. And somebody complained to the police at midnight that we were blowing the whistle across the marsh. Then the police said, no, we explained what I was doing. He said, no, you carry on. That, you have to do it. So we did it.
This is the Burley Crossing metal gates, designed to restrict road traffic. This is how they sound. Well, Daniel, what do you think about the state of the paint job on this Burley Crossing car management rail?
It's beginning to peel off a bit, but I was just thinking, actually tapping that, it reminds me, like in playgrounds when you're a kid and the swings, it's got that sort of sound, and you've got the metal A-frame, haven't you, that the swings swing off of.
I remember swinging on those A-frames in the park. This is probably for the days of massive health and safety. I used to love kicking up high like most kids. And the A-frames used to start rocking, they'd lift off the ground.
I think actually there was a campsite we used to go on where we live, which probably, I don't know, it's probably meant for the campers really, but the swings were made of scaffold poles. They'd made the A-frame out of 2 scaffold poles and one across, and that was the swings.
Most of the paint is missing off this gate, wouldn't you say?
Yes, more or less all of it's flaked off or peeled off, worn away, I suppose.
Do you know what that suggests to me?
What?
This gate's very popular with gate tappers like ourselves.
Burley Crossing is purely a pedestrian crossing. There's no signals there whatsoever. The driver slows right down to all of 5 mile an hour from the 15 mile an hour we normally do. And a long blast on the whistle sounded. And if there's anyone on the crossing that looks like they're going to go across, the driver should stop to ensure that we're not going to cause any accidents, or proceed with extreme caution, slow down even further than the 5 mile an hour if necessary.
Should we tap the other gate?
What's interesting, it must have always been a roadway because the parks knew that this piping goes over. So there was always a need for traffic to come through here even before it was the park, which is quite interesting.
Should we do some tapping?
Yeah.
This is Burley Crossing Traffic Control Gate number 2. Let's see if it sounds any different from Burley Crossing Traffic Control Gate number 1.
I was going to say, actually, it sounds more like it's got a bell ring to it. That one was a lot flatter. This has really got sort of almost like a chime to it, it sounds.
It's got a chime, yeah. That's one of the things I notice about this gate. Do you know what the other thing is?
No, what?
There's a lot more paint on this one.
Yes, there is, yeah.
So that's a mystery. How is it that the gate that doesn't sound as good, and yet it's got more paint? The paint itself has something to do with the beautiful ring of this gate.
I don't know, it could be this gate I've noticed is not attached to the end of the pole.
Hello, is that BRFM on transmission.
Oh, yes.
Can I make a request? I want metals. Metals, do you get it?
So Jim Brissenden, the line superintendent, got his stencil out. He had a stencil that said not to be scrapped for preservation in his office, with a tin of paint and a brush. And he went round and added the stencil not to be scrapped to every flat wagon he could find everywhere in the mill. And because of that, we were able to work ahead of the scrap merchants, recovering the track and the points and the equipment we needed.
Was that you in there, Joel?
Yeah, that's me in here.
What are you in exactly?
So I'm in the firebox.
We're actually in the firebox?
Actually in the firebox, yeah. Just grinding away the end of the tube and the weld, just flush so we can remove the tubes eventually.
It looks like you're in a sort of prison cell.
Yeah, well, yeah. I do go in the ones when you can't go in underneath. It's worse when it's actually in the engine, I think.
So it was built with access in mind, do you think?
Not particularly, I don't think. There must have been very small people, I think, that worked on these. It's about, I think it's 2'6" square, or roundabout, so about the same gauge as the between the rails is sort of how much room you've got in here, more or less.
Can you stand up?
I can, no, not fully. I'd have to sort of crouch.
How do you find working in there? What's it like?
Noisy.
And you wear ear protectors?
I wear ear protectors though anyway. It's not too bad, yeah. I'm not claustrophobic, so I think that helps.
And what about the sparks?
No, you get singed occasionally, but it's alright.
You get singed?
Well, yeah, I've not got a hat on actually, but yeah, it's not too bad.
Okay, so there's no chance of your hair catching?
No, it's alright.
Wheel tapping, a time-honoured practice that celebrates the ear. Jim and Daniel have decided to tap some SKLR wheels. Oh dear, unfortunately, this is a narrow gauge railway. Wheel tapping is not on the cards.
Now, wheel tapping's really associated with wheels that have a so-called tyre around them, and so it's not wholly appropriate to the SKLR. But nevertheless, we're going to have our own version of wheel tapping and see how it turns out.
Ferroequinological conveyance residing at present in the customer loading area number 1 will depart for Sittingbourne Terminal in 5 minutes 27 seconds.